Hello everybody, it's been a while since I posted, so if you want to see how I made this air fried pork chop recipe, let's get started. Stick around and keep on watching, and it is yours truly, Cecilia's Way of Cooking. Let's go. And let's proceed with the ingredients that you are going to see displayed across the screen. Here's everything that you need. And this is what I have on hand. You can use whatever seasoning you want, whatever you prefer. If you don't want to use olive oil, you can use canola oil, as long as you have an oil bottle that can produce spray instead of, you know, pouring directly into a pot, because I wasn't in much of a mood to really deep fry due to me deep frying as of lately. And here I am chopping up my veggies for my spinach, and I'm not finely mincing my garlic. I'm cutting them in slithers, thin slithers, because I wanted to see them throughout the spinach while it was being cooked. And the same thing goes for the onions. I don't mind this part. It was a spot that I saw on the garlic that I had to cut off. And I'm going to proceed to continue to cut it in thin slithers. And again, it's the same thing with the onion. I only used half an onion because I didn't need a lot. I didn't want a lot, though I love onion. But yes, here we are. And I also, what I did was I made the seasonings that you seen in the beginning. I made them in a small bowl, and I divided it by a bag of flour and the pork chops themselves. And when I tell y'all, these came out perfectly seasoned. They came out very well seasoned. And always watch whatever protein you have on hand. And just so that y'all know, these are pork cutlets. If you want to use bone-in pork chop, you can. If you want to use chicken, if you want to use turkey, whatever you prefer, you can do that. But always wash and pat dry any protein that you plan on doing, especially if you plan on air frying. That is so important, because the enemy of anything when it comes to air frying is moisture. You won't be able to get that crunch that you want. I know for a fact I didn't get the crunch that I want, because I know that the pork chops weren't really all that dry, because I only had a little bit of paper towel that I pat dry with. But I didn't feel like going through the whole process of it. I got lazy. So here I am proceeding to wash the spinach, and I'm also seasoning my pork chops on both sides. And the other half of the seasoning, again, it went into the bagged flour, and I only dipped my cutlets one time for the just for the cooking process. But I let them sat for about 10 minutes before I decided to add them into the air fryer. I wanted that flour to seep into the meat, but I think next time I'm gonna do a double. I'm gonna do a double batter. I'm gonna do a double dip. So I may end up using an egg and a little heavy cream, dip it in the flour, dip it into the egg mixture, and then back into the flour. That's for next time. And I didn't want to use too much of the veggie bouillon base because it carried a lot of sodium. And I didn't want to take any risks on, going overboard on the salt. And I used no oil in here whatsoever when it came to cooking the spinach. It wasn't necessary, because the liquid is what's going to help to steam it. I decided to add in a little cracked black pepper because I love my cracked black pepper. I love my freshly cracked black pepper. That's my stuff. Here I am proceeding to add in my spinach. And y'all, the thing about spinach, when you put a lot, it looks like a lot, but it's gonna shrivel down to nothing. But y'all, the seasoning on the spinach was perfect. Here I am proceeding to add the pork chops in after spraying the bottom of the air fryer. At first I thought I wasn't gonna be able to get all 4 of them in, but I found a way to put all 4 of them in. See? And then I proceed to spray the top. I put it on the chicken setting, 360 degrees for 20 minutes. Proceeding to flip through the halfway mark. It didn't come out as crunchy as I thought, but nevertheless, I was happy that they were done. All I was worried about was that they were done. And I wanted to take a healthier method, a healthier alternative to deep frying, because I had been deep frying as of lately, and I didn't want to go that route this time. But I think I might do it next time I'm in the mood for some chops. Here I am proceeding to add the spinach and stir it around with the onions. Y'all see the onion and the garlic? That's what I wanted to see. And when I tell y'all this spinach was flavorful, y'all, this whole dinner in general was bomb. And y'all, I wanted to make some bread. I wanted to make something to go with it, just so that I don't have pork cutlets and spinach. But this here's the spinach, and I cooked that down. There's the bread. I had added in some Mrs. Dash garlic seasoning, mayo, and toasted it on one side. There is a dinner, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later, and I hope y'all enjoy.